Good morning. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. Our teacher this week is Hafez, a Persian poet who lived in the 13th century, 14th century. I don't remember right now. Long ago, that's the point. Hey Maggie, good morning. It's awesome seeing you. Our meditation today is going to be, I am the mountain. And these words from Hafez don't really speak to the essence of that meditation, but it made me think of that one. Because it speaks of the light from the sun touching the surface of the earth without ever asking anything in return. That kind of feels like I am the mountain meditation. Sunmary, good morning. Anthony, good morning. It's awesome seeing you all here. So let's get into this. This first one especially is so beautiful. This is from Hafez, written, I don't know what this is, like 600 years ago, 700 years ago. He says, there was a 4-year-old child whose next door neighbor was an elderly gentleman who had recently lost his wife. Upon seeing the man cry, the little boy went into the old gentleman's yard, climbed onto his lap, and just sat there. When his mother asked what he had said to the neighbor, the little boy said, "Nothing, I just helped him cry." Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. It lights up the sky. Good morning, honey. It's really good to see you. The next thought from Hafez says, the earth would die if the sun stopped kissing her. And then, the sun will stand as your best man and whistle when you have found the courage to marry forgiveness. When you have found the courage to marry love. And the last thought is, how did the rose ever open its heart and give to this world all of its beauty? It felt the encouragement of light against its being. Otherwise, we all remain too frightened. I agree with you, honey. I love the teachings of Hafez so much. And it feels like every time I read through them, I discover them anew. So yes, this is not exactly like the I am the mountain meditation, but the sun, how did he put this? Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. And that felt to me a little bit like I am the mountain meditation. So if you're ready, that's where we're going. Let's slip into that space. Good morning, Linda. It's good to see you. You can close your eyes and let's drift away together, starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in and out. A deep breath in and out. A deep inhale and let it go. and out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill your belly with air, also raise yourself up. As you breathe in, stretch out your spine, lift the top of your head toward the ceiling. And once you've reached your full height, then slowly let all of it go. As you exhale, soften. As you breathe out, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders, and drop your head. We've all felt the presence of a mountain. Imagine embodying that presence even more. Imagine sitting like a mountain. Being that presence over ages. How would the landscape around you have shifted and changed? If you could really tap into the presence of a mountain who sits and looks around over millennia. What would you have seen come and also go? Imagine having the advantage of time to see these humans scurrying about like ants, very busy on their important business. Would this presence over time leave you with a sense of wisdom? If you've been able to see everything come and also most of it go, Would you have a deep understanding of what is important and what really just isn't? Your soul is just like this mountain. It too, your soul too, has seen it all come and most of it go. This wisdom is your soul. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our bodies stretch, adjust, and settle down into as much comfort as possible for the rest of our journey. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you release, drop your head all the way forward and roll out your neck muscles, going forward and to the left, and also forward and to the right. Let's take a deep breath in. And as you release, roll your shoulders forward in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards in big, slow circles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. See if you're able to tilt your head towards the left while you tilt your hips towards the right. Curving your spine into an S from your head down to your tailbone. And see if you're able to do the same on the other side. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch or move or adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having softened our bodies into a state of presence as much as we are able to right now, we can turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. If you don't have the time to sit for the whole meditation with us, then this is a really good place to stop. If you are here for the whole journey, we'll take the next few big breaths together. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release. Make it the longest, slowest exhale that you can. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, feel into your body. Feel how softness seeps into every muscle of your body. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow through your body. Feel how your shoulders are slowly falling, how your body is slowly softening, and how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your whole body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose is an invitation. It invites you to turn inwards and follow this journey. As you breathe in, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath, but hold it only for as long as it feels easy, followed by a really long, really slow exhale. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, remind yourself of that mountain, and that you are sitting as the presence of the mountain. Take your next big breath. I'd love for you to be as open and as playful as possible with this experience. We are creating as vivid a picture of our mountain as possible and all of the critters on this mountain. the more you're able to get into this imaging, the more you're able to see this mountain, the lower your own brain waves are. It's almost like when you fall asleep and dream and you're seeing things that are not quite real. Even if you're awake, if you're able to tap into that part of your imagination and create vivid imagery, your brain waves dip lower, similar to sleeping and dreaming. And your own subconscious pays attention to what's happening. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, zoom out from your mountain. Fly around your mountain. See it from top to bottom. How much of your mountain has vegetation growing on it, and how much of your mountain is rocky? See if you can form a clear picture. Take your next big breath. Let's zoom in specifically to the plants on your mountain. See if you're able to find a plant you've not recognized on your mountain before. See if you can find a specific image of a specific plant growing on your mountain and study all of its detail. Take your next big breath. With your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, shift your attention to the animals of your mountain. Could you perhaps discover a new animal? An animal you have not seen there before? Take your next big breath. shift your attention to the birds of your mountain. And as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, could you perhaps discover a new bird? A bird you've not seen on your mountain before. Take your next big breath. Take your seat as your mountain once again. Be the embodiment of this mountainous presence. And as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, how would this mountain be feeling? Being the custodian of all of this life. Sitting in the sun, having its surface kissed by the sun that Hafez spoke about. A sun that never says, now it's your turn, you owe me. A sun that keeps giving. How does the mountain feel? Take your next big breath. And if clouds move in front of the sun, and the sunlight is not felt anymore, but actually it starts to rain, drops bouncing off the surface of your mountain, forming into rivulets and streams, running down the surface of the mountain. How does your mountain feel about this change in weather? How does your mountain feel about sitting in the rain? Take your next big breath. sun goes down and the wind picks up and rain turns into storm. The face of your mountain is lashed by wind and water. It is pitch black darkness except for the occasional lightning strike. How does your mountain feel about this? How does your mountain feel about sitting in the middle of a storm? Take your next big breath. No storm lasts forever. A new dawn always breaks. The first rays of sunlight caresses the face of your mountain. Again, the sun is here, always giving, never asking for anything in return. How does your mountain feel about a new day breaking? Take your next big breath. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, slipping out of the breath holding space and then to the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, make it a long, slow exhale. Take a deep breath in and hold. As you release, invite softness to come and settle into every part of your body. One more big breath in and hold. And as you release, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. You can sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. When you're being the mountain and you have the advantage of time, it is so easy to see how every dawn will be followed by a sun setting. How every dark night will be followed by a sunrise. How storms roll in and also roll out. But when we zoom in too closely into our own moment, often it can feel like this darkness will last forever. It's like if you're sitting on the beach and you see the tide rising higher and higher. Nothing in us is afraid that the tide will keep rising and drown us all. We know that the tide will also recede and fall and pull back into the ocean. How many things do we waste energy on because our fear prevents us from taking a step back and realizing this is just a cycle. It comes and goes in this way always. How many things are there that we can leave be? It doesn't need our intervention. It'll work itself out. But in order to get that, see that, we have to consciously observe it happen. We have to find the mountain within us who can sit in the middle of a storm and enjoy it as much as the first rays of sunlight touching its face. When we find that place, when we have a recognition of the things that come and go, then we could do a lot better at realizing where are the instances where our action is needed. When you feel a lot more effective and a lot more productive, if you only spend your energy where it's clear that your action is needed, and no more energy wasted on trying to control things that are not yours to control. It reminds me a bit of Lao Tzu as well. Nature doesn't hurry yet. Everything gets done. Your mountain knows that. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for having found the mountain in me. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for moments of finding that place where I can step back into and just observe and understand as much as I'm able to the things that come and also go. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for having a clearer understanding of the things that I need to let be, that'll work themselves out without need of my intervention. Take a deep breath in. Thank you also for forming a clearer understanding of where are the things, what are the things that are mine to take action on, and pouring my energy into those with less wastage on the things that are not mine to control. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for bringing your mountain into our circle of mountains today. The big lesson I always get from the mountain is that no matter what the experience is, there's a deep sense that I can be with this. More and more, there's less of me that feels I want to try and escape this experience. And over time, more of me is invested in leaning into the experience, whatever it might be. I don't need to run. I don't need to numb. I don't even have to turn my face away. I can be with this, whatever it is. Thank you, Estelle and Linda and Sunmarie and Maggie and Anthony. Have a beautiful day. Hope you carry around that mountain in you the whole day today. Lots of love to you all. Ciao, ciao.